Look at this crime scene. Don't be holding 8 West. Can't go me yard. Che man them on the street I say more than one man get shot up. They don't know, so me have to go wait after this, you know, cause crime scene. Me can't go in.
People. Say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds call it news with a buzz. This one is called When Will They Learn They Cannot Win? Whenever you challenge the popo to any sorts of SHOOT outs, especially those from the SWAT, especially for those from T-0UT, more than likely are going to end up in a very bad predicament, as in end up in the afterlife. The same can be said about two men that were going on some sorts of mission, a mission of MVRDA, that is. They were traveling in some sorts of pro-box taxi when they were intercepted. They were intercepted at the Spanish Town bypass. It is said that some sorts of chase, the chase brought them to Denby Holding Main Road. That chase further extended to the Brayton Main Road. That is where it is said that they lost control, the driver of that vehicle. Hit some sorts of embankment. I guess him foot get heavy. I guess his knees start to wobble. I guess him kinda get bummy. So therefore he lost control. It is said that the men alighted out of their vehicle, the pro box that is, and then the popo did likewise. There was an exchange of BULLETS, mostly from the popo. Based on the popo report, it is said that the bodies of those two men traveling in the pro box were badly riddled with all sorts of cornhole. They were pretty much DEAD on the spot. Said two men were sent to the hospital where the experts are that pronounce people. I am speaking about that type of pronunciation that sounds very, very badly when some fully done people that attend Jamal in a some sorts of bush country area try to speak English. Very bad pronunciation. Pronunciate very DEAD. Point blank and period. So people, I want you to take a listen what the SSP that was a part of the operation had to say. His name is Mr. Christopher Phillips. Take a listen and then I'll give my piece.
The police team acting on information intercepted this vehicle you're seeing behind me with men aboard. They opened fire on the team returned fire. A running gun battle ensued. Thereafter, 2 persons were injured, later pronounced at hospital, 2 weapons seized from those persons. The information we have at hand is that they were on way to commit a murder in the Linstead area. And so it ended here.
So people, based on what the popo is saying, they were acting on information and intelligence. Based on what they are saying, the men were on their way to commit some sorts of crime, specifically a MVRDA in a Linstead, which is also in St. Catherine. They challenged the popo. The popo returned like FIRE, and you all know that cliche script, after the smoke clear, everybody is DEADING. It was a running gun battle. People, you and I know that whenever these people entangle or engage the popo in any sorts of SHOOT outs, 99.99999, call it 100% of the time, the criminals are always going to be on the SHITTY end of the stick, meaning fire stick. So like that saying goes, man a plan, God a wipe out. They were planning to take out some people, planning to go to Linstead and execute their plan However, it ended right here on the spot, like here the Popo said, prematurely. People, you know that premature celebration is worse than premature ejaculation, meaning them end up dead when they were going to celebrate some sorts of hit that they got paid to take out or carry out. Based on the information that is out there, not confirmed, it is said that one of the men that was in that vehicle, his name is Gangbang, he is said to be the suspect or at least a person of interest in the takeaway of these two people, sisters and brothers that were taken out in a Westmoreland. In that same infamous video that we saw circulating all over social media when they were pretty much piping them up and putting them in a some sorts of shallow grave. Be very careful what you do to one person, because it might come back and happen to you. So therefore, when you dig one pit, always dig two. One for the victim and one for the hitman for hire. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, I don't want it to seem as if I have any sorts of goat mouths. I'm coming like some sorts of black cat channel. But it seems whenever I speak about anything, it always comes to pass. It always seems as if it is the gospel. The other day on one of my channels, I spoke about a man of unsound mind that walked into one of those municipal corporation, I think, St. Anne. Him look like a madman, dress like a madman, act like a madman. He just walked in the meeting, past the secretary, past the reception desk, went into the meeting that was active, and started to shake off the hand, hug up and rub up the head of the councillor of that era. Everybody thought that it was funny. Everybody was laughing. But what we've realized in Jamaica, they are a set of reactive instead of proactive. We've seen many cases in which people of unsound mind lick popo in them head with brick, have all sorts of sharp farm utensil walk around with, them have to call popo, lay them up, CHOP up people, KILL people. The same thing can be said about the municipal corporation in most parishes, towns in Jamaica. They are under siege. These people do not feel safe because they don't have adequate security. The same thing happened again. I am speaking about the Spanish Town Municipal Corporation that is close to Emancipation Square, that is right there in a smack in a Spanish Town. It is said that a councillor, PNP councillor, her name is Patricia Harris, she went to some sorts of meeting at the municipal corporation. While she was there, I guess there were not adequate parking for her, so therefore she parked badly. There are no designated parking spot, so therefore it seems as if she blocked somebody. Now people, I don't know if when she parked, she knew or she realized she was blocking somebody or the people that were out there parking and pay for park, pretty much extortion for parking. It is said that she was summoned from the meeting. When she went downstairs, some sorts of argument developed. Not between the person that she blocked, but between the person and her that is parking, pay for parking, the extortionist. Don't know what type of words were exchanged, but it seems as if this man got in his feelings. He pretty much take up some sorts of stone, some sorts of block, some sorts of brick, because you know, say, Spanish Town have a whole bunch of those red brick from back in the old days. Spanish Town, St. Diego de la Vega, that is called. Him clatter in her face, she was rushed to some hospital close by. However, it seems as if because of the severity of her injuries, she had to be taken to a bigger facility that could facilitate her injuries. Now people, like them say, the writing has always been on the wall. These people have been complaining since day one. However, it seems as if all their complaints fell on deaf ears. And that is why I say, Jamaican authority, the relevant or irrelevant authority, seems as if they are always reactive instead of proactive. So therefore, they don't have the foresight to see things before them happen. So unless somebody gets maimed, somebody gets badly HURT or even lose their life, they are not going to do anything. The people are complaining. They've been complaining for years. People are getting hurt or even KILLED. What more signs do they need? People, me no know. Something wrong with these people. They are incompetent. They are negligent. They just don't give a FUCK. So what this shows you is lack of management skills. Lack of taking control of anything. Because here it is. A politician from the PNP, Patricia, she went to a meeting, no sorts of adequate parking. She had to block somebody, which was bad. She should not have done that. Whenever you're parking, you cannot block in people because you're inconveniencing them. So maybe the people that was blocking or was parking the vehicles thought that she dissed them or dissed their clientele. People, this speaks volume of what is going on in a Spanish town as it pertains to extortion. These people feel as if they are entitled. These people feel as if any sorts of hustle them say, whether at the bus park or just a park people vehicle, them feel as if them own it, so therefore them can talk to anybody, and if that person violates in their mind them, then they feel as if they have to resort to violence. People, it is a very sad state of affair in a Jamaica, and this is just another example. Bad one that is. So when you hear your Prime Minister making some speech at some sorts of meeting and warning the extortionists about some hospital that they are going to build and telling them that the JCF, the JDF is going to be on spot to make sure no sorts of extortion goes on. It is because of the culture that these politicians, these leaders build in a Jamaica. They are so intertwined with these gangsters where they feel entitled. They feel as if any sorts of project, any sorts of hustling that is going on in a Jamaica, they are supposed to be a part of it. If they are not a part of it, then they are going to stop it. People are going to either get HURT or KILLED. This is what your Prime Minister Andrew Holness had to say. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Well, let me tell all the gang members who are licking their lips, looking on at big fat contracts to come, none of that will happen here. I want to say it loud and clear. We have already started to work with the JDF and the JCF. This will be a military camp if it has to be. There will be no extortion here, no illegal activity here, no controlling of site here. None of this government funding spending here will go to fund criminals. That link must be cut. Taxpayers' money can't come here. And people have name and list who don't come to work, collect pay, and then use it to buy God. Cannot happen. Cannot happen. This mustn't help build gangs. So those who have that in their minds, stay far from here. We have learned our lessons. We have seen where many government projects and other private projects, the criminals have sought to take it over. Don't put your eye on this one. The anti-gang legislation, we are perfecting it, and we intend to use it. So if you get work on this project, you better turn up and work. Want to be clear about that. If it means that I have to put JDF and JCF around here, and any man coming in or coming out has to be checked, and the roster has to be kept outside by the JDF and the JCF about attendance for work, then it will be done. It is sad that I have to speak this way at such an important launch. But until we put these things in the open and treat with them as it should be treated, it will always be continuing. Our generation must break the cycle.
Now, people, when you hear stuff like this, you have to wonder to yourself. It seems as if abnormality becomes the norm in a Jamaica, because certain things should go without saying. You should not have to make some sorts of announcement whenever you're going to build stuff for one anybody. So listen, no source of extortion is going to be allowed on this premises. It is like you calling your wife and you tell your wife, say, listen, when me come home, me no want to see Joe grind a jack you up and a back you up. Me no want to see you upon your knee and see Joe grind teal in your mouth. That is unacceptable. Certain things should go without saying, like I've always said. What is understood does not need to be explained. However, this Prime Minister, these politicians, because they are so intertwined with these criminal elements, it is as if them have to put out some sorts of disclaimer. Them have to say, well, we know say the last 200,000 construction that took place, everybody get extorted. However, you see that one here, it is different. Election is coming up, so therefore we want you to make us look good. We don't want you to do the norm. Do not feel as if you're entitled on this one. Maybe after the election, when we win, things can change back to the norm, which is the abnormal. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.